Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our London studio. I'm Chris Taylor. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced a new 10% global tariff on trade partners, just hours after the U.S. Supreme Court struck down his previous sweeping tariffs as unconstitutional. The ruling came in response to legal challenges filed by businesses and several U.S. states, who argued that the earlier measures exceeded presidential authority. Despite the setback, President Trump says he will use alternative legal powers to reimpose tariffs, insisting that the court's decision ultimately strengthens the presidency's broader trade authority. The controversial policy has already strained global trade relations and unsettled financial markets. Leaders from the European Union and Canada say they are closely monitoring developments and engaging with Washington over possible next steps, as uncertainty looms over international commerce. Turning now to rising tensions between Washington and Tehran. President Trump says he is considering a limited military strike on Iran if nuclear negotiations fail. His remarks come as Tehran signals that a draft agreement could be ready within days, following recent talks in Geneva. Iran's foreign minister has stated that the United States has not demanded zero uranium enrichment, and that both sides have made progress on guiding principles for a potential deal. However, key issues remain unresolved. The situation remains tense, with U.S. forces bolstering their presence in the Middle East, while Iran warns of serious consequences if diplomacy collapses. The risk of escalation continues to weigh heavily on the region and global security. Back home, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has strongly criticized Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif for attending the inaugural meeting of the newly formed Board of Peace. In a statement, PTI expressed what it described as grave concern over Pakistan's decision to join the board without parliamentary debate or consultation with major political stakeholders. The party said, decisions of international significance must follow constitutional procedures and reflect national consensus. PTI also reiterated that it does not recognize the legitimacy of the current parliament, alleging that the 2024 general elections were manipulated. It questioned the board's credibility, claiming Palestinians were excluded while Israel remained part of the process. The party reaffirmed its support for an independent Palestinian state with Al-Quds al-Sharif as its capital, and accused the Prime Minister of compromising Pakistan's independent foreign policy stance. Meanwhile, Federal Parliamentary Affairs Minister TARIQ FAZAL CHAUDHRY says former Prime Minister IMRAN Khan will be taken to hospital twice more and administered a medical injection on February 25th as part of treatment for an eye ailment while in custody. The government maintains it is providing the best possible care. However, the opposition and PTI have criticized authorities for a lack of transparency and restricted access for Imran Khan's personal physicians. According to Chaudhry, PTI leaders were invited to attend the medical examination, but were unable to agree on who should represent the party. The opposition alliance continues to demand full access to his doctors and medical records. For more on the political and legal developments in Islamabad, we go live to our correspondent Sarah William.
Thank you, Chris. Political tensions here in the capital remain high as legal battles and health concerns surrounding Imran Khan unfold simultaneously. The government insists due medical process is being followed, but PTI leaders argue that transparency is lacking and are pressing for independent oversight. At the same time, the broader political climate is charged, with opposition parties questioning both parliamentary legitimacy and executive decisions on foreign policy. Analysts say the coming weeks could prove pivotal, as court rulings and medical updates intersect with an already polarized political landscape. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Sarah. In another major development, the Supreme Court of Pakistan has stayed the trial proceedings in Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's 10 billion rupee defamation lawsuit against Imran Khan. The case dates back to 2017 and stems from allegations that a bribery offer was made to withdraw the Panama Papers case. The suit alleges that Imran Khan's statements damaged Shehbaz Sharif's reputation. However, the apex court has now halted the trial pending review of key legal questions. Both sides must await further direction as the long-running legal battle continues to shape Pakistan's political discourse. In cricket, former England captain Michael Vaughan has urged the England and Wales Cricket Board to investigate claims that Pakistani players may be sidelined by Indian-owned franchises in the upcoming 100 competition. According to reports by the BBC, 4 Indian-affiliated teams, Manchester Supergiants, MI London, Southern Brave, and Sunrisers Leeds, are expected to avoid selecting Pakistani cricketers at next month's player auction in London. Vaughan says such actions would contradict cricket's values of fairness and inclusion. The ECB has responded by stating that players from around the world are welcome and confirming that Pakistani cricketers have registered for the draft. Only 2 Pakistan internationals featured in last year's competition. Finally, Pakistan's national cricket team is set to tour Bangladesh next month for a 3-match, 1-day international series. The Pakistan Cricket Board confirmed the squad will arrive in Dhaka on March 9th. The first match is scheduled for March 11th, followed by games on March 13th and March 15th, all at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium. This marks Pakistan's second tour of Bangladesh since July 2025, following a recent T20 series. The announcement comes amid ongoing scheduling tensions at the current T20 World Cup, adding further significance to the bilateral series. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.